Gadget Girl here on day 35. About to have some breakfast of sausage gravy and biscuit. Yum. 9:13 a.m. and I am setting out from Derek's Knob Shelter on my way to Molly's Ridge Shelter this morning. It's a cool morning, but it's supposed to warm up today. The birds are chirping. Could you hear it? Continuing to walk past carpets of these little pink flowers. Really pretty, pinkish white flowers. They're just everywhere through here. Doing a little ridge walking right now. To some partial views. Pretty morning. You can hear a woodpecker up there in the background. There he was. Time for through hiker duck duck goose. Doesn't look too low. I think I'll be fine walking under it. Yep, didn't even have to duck. Alright, I have been hiking about an hour and a half now, and in that time I haven't seen another soul. This has given me a lot of time to think, and one thing I was thinking about, since it's kind of a front country wilderness here, but a wilderness nonetheless. You don't have a lot of people around unless you're at the shelters. There were plenty there last night. But I was thinking back about what kind of established my love for being in the woods, and besides my parents, I would like to give a shout out to the Girl Scouts in my life. I was a Brownie and a junior Girl Scout. And I'll probably shout out some other people in the future that I've known over the years of Girl Scouts. But today I'm going to shout out Peg Osborne and recognize her. She was my troop leader and taught me a lot of things about camping in the woods and how to use a little hobo stove and fun things like that to enjoy hiking. So thank you, Peg. I know Peg is long gone, but Peg's daughter, Kathy, was in my grade. So, Kathy, if you watch this, I'm remembering your mom today and her little pink Jeep that she drove. Here's a pretty little rock wall with ferns growing on it and moss. On the way up that climb with some downed trees up there. Fun times. All right, this is the third climb in less than 2 hours. So my friends from the Jackson County Walking Club, Natalie, Deb, Steven, Rod, Ginger, y'all know how much I'm loving this day. Through hiker duck duck goose again. And I think I'm going to have to duck this time. Oh yeah. Made it though. Just a slight duck. And it keeps going uphill. This time up some rocks. Right there. Well, this one has been steep enough that there is still some snow up here. And it's still climbing. Shout out to my Benson relatives. Over there is Benson Mountain. I believe it's That blue one right there, just past the first set. All right, that was Briar Knob. That was the most ridiculously steep mountain I have ever climbed in my life. I thought I was never going to make it to the top. Almost at times I was laying on the ground trying to get up it. Hopefully we're done with it for now. Tired. But there's more miles to hike, so I gotta go on. Oh my goodness, look at this beautiful carpet of these flowers. Just goes on and on. Gorgeous. Here's a twisted tree that almost rivals the one at Black Gap. And here's the view from the other side. Now we're doing a little ridge walking again along some sharp rock outcroppings. After 5 weeks on trail, I think I've pretty much got my trail legs, but my calves are still burning a little from that hike up Briar Knob. I felt like they were on fire going up it, and they're still letting me know that they were abused. But it's downhill now, so that's over, hopefully. Hopefully there won't be a worse one today. Oh boy. This is the downhill coming off of Briar Knob. Looks like it's going to be a thigh burner. There's still a little snow and ice on the trail right here. Quite a bit of snow along the trail. And believe it or not, I'm just wearing a thin long sleeve shirt with a thin short sleeve shirt under it, neck gaiter, and I'm hot. But it's been some climbing again. Not much, but a little bit. Another steep little rock scramble down. Oh look! I found Rosie hiding out in this little snow-covered log. Thanks, Easter Bunny, for the caramel apple bourbon trail mix. It's saving my hike today. Giving me energy. Finally made it to the top of what I think is the 5th climb of the day. It's been a rough day. Gotta keep going. Coming into a nice view here. Almost a 180. Not quite, but very pretty. A few more views up here. And heading downward again. A small bald here. Trail goes that way. Along the bald, which starts growing some trees on down through there. Great views in this little boulder field. Now, all I gotta do is figure out, does the trail go that way? Or does it go that way? I think it goes that way. I'm gonna try it and see. Hopefully there'll be a blaze to let me know before I go too far. Oops. Nope, I see a blaze right over there, I do believe. So I'm gonna head that direction. More great views. Really pretty walking the trail right here. See so far. The lake over there. Yep, the gnats have found me again. I have made it to the intersection of Jenkins Ridge Trail. Derek Knobb's shelter is 5.9 miles behind me. Spencefield shelter should be up close here ahead. I have made it to the intersection of Boat Mountain Trail, Appalachian Trail. That way. It says Spencefield shelter is also 0.2 miles that way. I skipped over Spencefield shelter because it was 2/10 of a mile off trail, and I've got a lot more hiking to do today. And it's been almost 7 hours, and I have only come about half the distance I need to come today, which is a little over 6 miles. And hopefully the trail is going to be a little easier onto Molly's Ridge, and I'll come in right around dark. Otherwise it's going to be after dark. But I've been there, done that, so I guess I can still handle it. Anyway, I'll check back in later. A little bit of rhododendron thickets. The hard uphills and downhills, steep ones, have turned into a more gradual descent, so that's helping. And I'll check back and see if I can make it to camp before dark. It's an interesting tree stump up ahead. Kind of looks like maybe a wizard or a bishop kneeling with a cloak spread out around his shoulders. Kind of cool. There's a lot of digging by wild boar in this area. Or wild pigs, because only the male ones are boar. I'll look through here. I don't have much further to go, so I think I am going to make it before dark. The sun's not quite setting. It's starting to color the sky, but it's not below the horizon yet. I did make it to Molly's Ridge Shelter. I went down the hill and got water, and I am setting up my hammock just as the sun sets. It's about 8:15.